Good morning, you guys, and welcome to the Homespun House video log. I still struggle with podcasts somehow. Welcome to the Homespun House video log. Spring is here and our family is in full-fledged garden mode. Family, I am. Robert is not interested at all in the garden. He loves to mow the lawn. Robert's my husband, but if it is anything to do with planting flowers, bird watching, squirrel watching, any of the like, he is not interested. He just laughs and smiles and says, "You're so cute." So I am in full-fledged garden mode, but we are outside what feels like all the time. And that is just, I think as it does, lifting everyone's spirits always. Speaking of Robert, he is bringing the girls to bed. He is not. The girls have woken up and I still have morning brain, and he is bringing them to school and I am drinking his coffee that he left behind, and I feel terrible because Robert is a coffee maniac. He loves it, and he drinks a lot more coffee than I do. I like coffee. I drink it throughout the day. But Robert is a person who can chug coffee. I've never understood this. Tell me if you guys know a coffee chugger. I am very curious. He will literally, I need to turn this around. He will literally drink his coffee and like chug it. And he enjoys it that way. It's not like he's trying to drink it quickly. He enjoys chugging coffee, tea, warm drinks, cold drinks, any drink. I can't wrap my head around that. So anyway, he left this here. It's nice and warm. Ello is our favorite thermos or warm coffee drink. We really like it. It's made out of glass, and every time I drink something out of aluminum or steel, my coffee always tastes weird. My water always tastes weird. So I love that Ello makes their thermoses, again with the hand thing, out of glass. I really, really like that. My neighbor's home and he sees me sitting here with the camera. Maybe not. So I've been doing a lot of knitting. I've been having so much fun knitting. Later on in the podcast today, oh my God. I am going to be having my best friend Katie from Lach and Lou. So tune in, that will be at the end of this entire episode. And she will be sharing her makes. And then we also have a little gardening vlog that we've she films and I'm putting together, and you guys will see that later in the week in a separate video. So the knitting that I've been doing this past weekend was Ruby, my youngest's birthday. She turned 4, which is really, really exciting. And I made her some fun hand knits for her birthday. So the first thing that I knit her was out of one of my brand new spring summer colorways called Butter Mellow. And this is just a beautiful buttery yellow with gorgeous confetti flecks of color that you can see here. These are so bright, cheery, sunny, and knitting with this colorway made me really happy. I used our gold stellina base, and that has gold stellina, superwash merino, and nylon. And these were just so much fun to knit. I made up the pattern as I went. I don't even remember how many stitches I cast on. I think I cast on 63 because this is a strange rib. So there is that. And then I knit some little leg warmers for Ruby's Waldorf doll that I made her, not for this birthday. And you can tell that she's been well loved and well worn. This is actually a dress that I made for Elodie's Waldorf doll. Elodie has a matching dress to this, but they share their Waldorf doll clothes. And then, can you guys remember that tunic, the Lechsack tunic that I knit for Ruby? Elodie is wearing it right now because it's too big for Ruby. That front panel section where it was a triangle, I can't share it with you guys because, like I said, she's wearing it to school today. but that front triangle section is just way too big. I'm going to completely rip it out and she can just use it as a cardigan. I might even do some little snaps. I'm not sure what they're called. It's what women generally have on the back of their bras. I might do some snaps just right at the center so she can just snap them. I'm not sure how easy that will be for her to use. Anyway, I made kind of a matching one. Hers isn't a tunic, hers is more of a bolero style, the doll here. And then I put this pretty little vintage flower button that my Grandma Sue gave me quite some time ago. I had a choice of pink, purple, or yellow, and I chose the purple one. I thought it just went very sweetly with this little tunic. Not tunic, bolero. And this was knit out of our Conspiracy colorway. I don't know why I say our when I speak about a homespun house, because a homespun house is me. So I don't know why I say our. My mom does help me out Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. She does all of the scanning of the yarn and she puts labels on the yarn. She's kind of slowly been doing some packaging. I think she's done 3 rounds of packaging. She's the one who actually packages all of the clubs, all of your clubs. So she does that every month. But she mostly skeins yarn and labels yarn. And she puts the ties on yarn so that they're ready for me to dye. But a homespun house and the colorways are mine. So I don't know why I say our. I know that that can be confusing. But it's really great having my mom work with me. So it's all in the family, and that's really great. So that's what I made Ruby for her birthday, along with the Lake Sac tunic that Elodie has on today. And I'm so happy that I finished it, but I must admit I was a bit bummed when Ruby opened it up, put it on, and it was just, it looked ridiculous. There's no way she could have worn it. The sleeves fit fine. The length is perfect. It's so wide. It's not even form-fitting on Elodie. It fits her nicely and loosely and comfortably in the exact way that I had hoped that Ruby could wear it. But I guess that's just what happens when you make something for somebody and you don't measure anything, you don't gauge swatch anything, you just go off of kind of your knowledge and hope. And while I was knitting it, I definitely had a big feeling that it was huge. I think in the last episode I mentioned that it almost looked like it would fit me. That was a bummer, but I know that it's something that I can remedy, so I will just have to do that. The next thing that I've been working on are my little stack of socks for Elodie. She doesn't have any socks that fit her at the moment. She doesn't need them. The weather's getting warmer. Yesterday was 18 degrees Celsius. I think it was about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Today it's supposed to be 70 Fahrenheit and about 20 Celsius. So we don't need hand knit socks. I'm wearing hand knit socks right now, actually. I wear hand knit socks most of the time, pretty much most of the time, unless I'm wearing a pair of like fancy flats that I want a really sweet, gentle pop of color, like just one flat color, like a bright pink or something like that. But I'm thinking I could use our soft sock base and just knit a plain stockinette pair of socks in bright red or hot pink, or what I would love would be our electric feel colorway, which is a neon yellow. That would just be so amazing in our soft sock base, which is this one. It's our finest fingering weight yarn, and I knit Elodie a pair of electric feel socks in this base. So this is our indie colorway. I think I finished these last week when we spoke. I think I showed them to you finished. I also have City Lights. It was the first colorway that I knit, and now I finished her B-Sides and Rarities socks. So these have been a lot of fun to knit. I knit these out of our gold Stellina base. There isn't much of this colorway left in the shop. There's probably about 15 skeins of it left, just on all different bases. So it's something that I'll probably dye up in July. I'm thinking I have a lot of prep that I have to do because a Homespun House and Lach and Lou will be at Stitches Midwest. We are very, very excited. Very excited, Katie and I are. So we can't wait. We can't wait to be there, to meet so many new people and just have so much fun being surrounded by creative people. And it's a little bit daunting, a little bit horrifying, only in the fact that I don't like leaving Robert and the girls. We really enjoy spending our time together, and yeah, that is the only thing I'm not looking forward to, is leaving my family for 5 days. Yes, you heard that, 5 days. Stitches Midwest is a 4-day show. So I don't know how I got off on that, but B-sides and rarities, gold stellina, and I knit 2 pairs of socks in gold stellina actually. City lights. Oh no, I didn't knit these in gold stellina actually. I thought about it, but I knit these in our plump merino. So she has 3 different kinds of socks here. I think she needs a cashmere next. She has soft sock, gold stellina, and then here we have plump merino. So it would be hilarious if these didn't fit because I have not tried these on her. However, I've had a couple of people asking me questions about how I knit socks for other people, because I spend a lot of my time knitting socks for other people. I always gift socks to my mom, to my grandma, to my dad, to my sister, to my children, to my husband, and I don't have them try the socks on before I give them to them. So when I was living in Berlin, Germany, I was exposed, you could say, to just a European sock knitting chart. I'm sure you can find one in, American sock knitting terms, but it basically tells you how many centimeters to knit after you get to the heel to reach a desired foot size. So if your child, I'm just going to say in European, if your child wears an 11 or a 32 or a 22, your husband wears a 46, it tells you how many centimeters to knit and then start the decreases for your toe. So that's how I do it. I go off of this foot chart. I know that for Elodie, for her socks, she wears an American size 2, and I knit 17 centimeters after the heel to get that desired foot length. I'm pretty positive these will fit her though. I would be very, very shocked if they didn't. So 3 pairs of socks down, and now I'm knitting on a pair of socks for my Grandma Sue. And I have these in one of my mini market baskets. These are not for sale in the shop. They won't be for sale in the shop for some time. I have sold these in the shop, but the company that I wholesale from is out of them for quite a while. So I love these baskets. They are Fairtrade, made in Ghana. And what does Fairtrade mean? I've been having a lot of people ask this. So these are all made by women. Every single basket is individual. I have a lot of different sizes of baskets. So this is my mini market basket. I have my over the shoulder market basket. This one's actually for Robert's mom. She's been asking for one. So when she comes to visit, she'll have one. And then this is mine. It's huge. It fits quite a lot of stuff. I have lots and lots of yarn in this basket. And then I have my Cozy Memories basket. So Cozy Memories baskets and shoulder market baskets, those are currently in the shop right now. Okay, so what does Fairtrade mean? That means, in this case, the company that I wholesale from, they pay these women a yearly wage that is more than the average wage in Ghana, where they live, for them to live off of. They pay for a year's worth, so every year that they're selling baskets to this company, they pay for a year worth of medical and health insurance for these women and their families. And then they pay for the school, for their children's school supplies, and for their entire school, for them to have school supplies. So that is just a really, really great thing that they do. They also make sure that every single year Ghana has 5 new wells put in so that they have fresh drinking water. And I think it's a really, really, really great company to support. And I'm so happy to bring these market baskets into my shop because what is being offered to these ladies is so much, and what they make is fantastic. I wouldn't bring something in unless I thought it was top-notch, beautiful, really great quality. So when you get your market basket, they will be flattened. They will not come shaped like this. They will be squished. And that means that you have to run them under lukewarm water for a while, until probably 3 minutes, until it's fully immersed, your basket's wet, then you can shape it. I usually put gloves on, and then I shape my basket, and then I let it sit. If you let it sit out in the sun, 24 hours is perfect. 24 hours and they'll be dry. So I love them. They're so much fun to use. They make me really happy. I just think the Cozy Memories basket, it's one that I always have sitting on my floor in my winter garden. And it's just a really pretty piece in my winter garden. It makes me happy when I see it. It's really great to use. It's functional and beautiful at the same time. So what I started to say is, in this mini market basket, I am knitting on yet another pair of socks. I think that's all that I've been working on pretty much, but I'm knitting on another pair of socks, and this is out of our Bitten colorway. I'm using our gold Stellina. This sock has 72 stitches on it. Usually I knit my socks and my mom's socks with a 64 stitch count, but my grandma has a really hard time getting it over her heel and up her leg. So I had her try Robert's socks on, which are a 72 stitch count, and they fit on her perfectly. So that's what I've done. And I hope that she loves these. She said that she wanted gray as a main base, and my grandma really loves green. So there are pops of gray, green, blues, purples, pinks, lavenders, periwinkles. Just, this honestly looks like a color that my mom would really like now that I'm knitting it. But I think it's really beautiful, and my grandma doesn't have any Stellina socks. So I think that will be a really, really fun pair for her to have, and I hope to have them finished by her birthday. Oh, and on here, I have a really sweet Robin Progress Keeper from Lach and Lou. She has those in her shop right now. They're really, really nicely done. So there is that. And I want to show you guys, because I had a lot of samples made for me when I was vending at, what was it? At the Knitters Guild Knit-In. And I want to share with you guys some of those samples. So all of these are in the shop. You can buy kits for these in the shop right now. This is the Birds of a Feather, and this is knit out of our Don't Kill My Vibe and Whale Belly colorway. Don't Kill My Vibe is the variegated fingering weight yarn, and Whale Belly is this beautiful peachy corally mohair. These colors are also available individually if you're interested in them for something else. So this is so pretty. It's such a fun, big, cozy, warm piece. I really love that knit. I've wanted it knit for quite some time. And then the other knit that I have is the Tenya. And this is a Caitlin Hunter design. Oh, that was Birds of a Feather by Andrea Mowry. I don't know if I said that, but this is a Caitlin Hunter design, and it has this beautiful, beautiful lace pattern at the bottom. It almost looks like cathedral windows to me. And this is knit out of our Piper colorway. This is our soft sock base, as was the Birds of a Feather. That was soft sock and then mohair. So these are just the little tags that I keep on there when I have a show, just to tell people what it is and who it's made by. So this is the Tenya. It's beautiful, beautifully knit by Crystal. And then this one is really, really fun. This is Tammy Gore pattern. It's called the Milu shawl. And I guess I can put this one on. It is absolutely stunning. We have kits for this in the shop right now as well. And I love this shawl. I love these beautiful tassels. This is knit out of Purple People Eater, Hopscotch, and Birthday Cake. And it's DK weight, so it's a really, really nice weight. It's not a massive shawl. I think this is one that would be really quick and really popcorny to knit. It would be just one row, just the next row. And I love it. So it's knit out of our soft sock, DK weight. And this is one that I'm really happy with. It's definitely an eye catcher. It's something very, very different. Tammy Gore has such beautiful designs. I don't think that I have my Color Craze shawl up here by her, but I wear that all the time. I've talked about it in quite a few podcast episodes, and I've shared it on my Instagram. It was one of my most favorite knits, but being that I haven't knit this, I don't know how enjoyable it was to knit, but it definitely looks like something that I know that my sample knitter knit this up very fast. I think she said it was the fastest shawl she's ever knit. So absolutely beautiful, and I love this one too. So kits for those are in the shop. We have a lot of, I'm just gonna grab up my market bag and grab up all my goodies that I have to share with you guys with what's in the shop. I really wanted to grab some bright and fun colorways to show you guys on the episode today, just because that's what I'm interested in knitting. I mean, I knit with that B-Sides and Rarities, I knit with Buttermellow, and now I have some really fun pops of color that I want to share with you. So we have Mermaid of the Black Lake. This is a really fun bright summer colorway. We have Plot Twist. I knit a pair of socks for Robert out of this. This knits up absolutely beautifully. I just really love this bright blue so much. I still am thinking about a no frills pullover in Deegan, which is our colorway that's made out of a bright blue like that. Then I have Fruit Loops. This one's really fun. I was thinking I knit something out of this. I knit each of the girls a pair of leg warmers out of our DK weight yarn in that colorway. And then I have Succulent Garden. That one's really pretty and bright and cherry with that pepperminty, more spearmint green and hints of pretty aqua and turquoise and bright pops of pink. And then we have Bellini. That would make really fun socks. That would be a nice pop of color in a shawl. Or here we have Crema, or creme or cream. I say Crema, German word. That one's really fun. I want to show you guys Early Riser. This one is one that I created last year, and I dyed it on mohair, and it's been really fun. Mohair can be one that is a bit tricky to dye speckles on, but there's definitely a technique to do so that you can, you know, get those little splashes of speckle to it. It will never have perfect speckles, but it's definitely one that you can add speckle to. So that is Early Riser on mohair, and this is it on our soft sock base. It's a really, really fun one to dye, and it's, I feel like, the epitome of spring and summer day. So I also have Berlin Sunrise. Goodness gracious, am I missing those Berlin Sunrises. This is just a pretty soft, awakening, happy, cheerful, get up and have your coffee sort of colorway. What is that for a description? But that's what it is to me. So here we have our 5 20-gram minis set. I think this is our poolside mini set. And then we have our petals 10-gram mini skeins. There are 10 of these. These are the ones that I used for my color craze shawl. You can get them in the kit with the color craze shawl, or you can get them on their own to do whatever you wish with them. And then we have another really fun, bright, cheerful springtime, summertime 10-gram minis set as well. These would also be such a fun color craze shawl. I don't think you'd want to use mohair if you wanted it to be something for the spring, but imagine a color craze shawl knit out of mohair like the birds of a feather, and then these stranded throughout in the colored section, the contrast color section. So then I have some really fun fade kits that I've been coming up with. A lot of you guys have been asking for blues and aquas and like minty greens. So I came up with this one. Oops. And then I have this one. This is such a perfect fade because it uses a new color every single time while keeping the same colors throughout. And I think this one will be really, really fun to see knit up. It could definitely fit a size extra small, possibly a medium faded garment, if it's a full length garment. And then I have this really beautiful purple faded kit. So these could be, again, they could be used in a pullover, sweater, cardigan. They could be used in a shawl. This is probably more suitable for a shawl, being that it's 200 grams. And yeah, I hope that you guys have a lot of fun knitting those, and I can't wait to see what you make with them. A Homespun House is currently selling advent calendars in our shop. That's something that I really, really enjoy dyeing for. It's something that I love putting together. It's really good to create something that you feel really good about, and this year's advent calendar is one that I feel the best about. I love the packaging that I've sourced for my advent calendars. I think they're going to come out really great, and I think that you guys are really going to be happy with the product that you receive and feel like you're getting something really special. The yarns that I've been dyeing are very different, I feel, from last year's and any advent calendar. They kind of fit more of my current dyeing style, which I'm really happy with, and I've been having a lot of fun playing around with. So they definitely won't be similar to last year's advent calendar as far as, you know, repeating yarns or anything like that. They're very, very different, and I've dyed about 1/3 of all of the advent colorways, which is really fun. Those will be open for a little bit longer, and I always have monthly yarn clubs going. So this month, May Yarn Club will be closing at the end of this week, and then we will be opening up June Yarn Club. So that will be with Sucre Miniatures with the choice of a Progress Keeper. We have really fun plans for that. I hope that those of you who have signed up and are going to sign up for May love what you get. It's something that I love, so I hope that you guys enjoy that Progress Keeper and the yarn. So it's been really, really fun chatting with you guys today. I'm happy to pop in and show you guys what I've been making, the new yarns that I've been creating and dyeing and knitting with, and I hope that you guys enjoy my little chat with Katie from Lach and Lou. Today we have Katie from Lach and Lou again on the episode.
Hello.
It was so fun having her in the episode last week. I'm really, really happy that all of you enjoyed it and have been enjoying the things that she's been making. It's been fun to receive messages from you guys being happy with the things that she's made and sent out to you. So we thought that it would be fun to have her on again today. We'll also have a little vlog of us kind of showing our gardens and things that we've been working on later this week that will be out. So look forward to that. And yeah, I thought it would be fun to have Katie.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, happy to have you. I know you guys are too, because you really seem to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I requested you to be on, I think, all of the
Well, thank you
podcasts.
as well.
Yeah.
I have a few fun things that I've made over the weekend and yesterday as well. I had a few requests for hummingbirds, which after someone requested that on Friday, I saw my first ruby-throated hummingbird, which is a big deal for me. I love when they return, and I was really excited. So I definitely started doing that. I got a few mini rounds made, and then
had you thought about doing the hummingbirds before somebody?
Well, I've made a couple of I made the heart pendant with a hummingbird. I've always loved hummingbirds.
Well, and hummingbirds on a mini round, I feel like that in the beginning would be a bit, because they're small. Let's show one.
Yeah, I didn't know it was possible.
They're beautiful.
Here's one I put on a necklace here. I don't know if you can see very well. They're so tiny. So here's that.
Yeah, the ruby. Are there other hummingbirds that arrive in Wisconsin other than the ruby-throated?
I think, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the one.
But there is another.
Is it Rufus maybe? There's some that migrate, so we might see some at the feeder that we normally wouldn't. I'm not sure. But the ruby throat is one that's around all season. Yeah. One of my favorites.
When did you put your feeders out? When was that?
I usually put them out around my son's birthday, which was the 28th. But they say around May 1st is when they're starting to return.
I'm going to have to do that today.
Yeah. Yep. And then I did some poppies, which are one of my favorite flowers.
They're all over Germany, so I love seeing. I'm happy that you made those. Those are really fun to see.
I went to...
and they're all so different, which is...
Yeah.
It's really fun to look at her little collection of the flowers that she's made. Like, you probably can't see them.
I cannot do them the same, really.
Like flowers in nature. It's really fun to see the different, the ways that they're made. Some of them have longer leaves in different places, and even the color variation. I mean, and this one looks a teeny bit. It's really pretty.
I kind of did that. I did mix a little bit more orange in some of them, just to give them the
variation.
The variation, like in nature. And I was telling Molly, each one of my flowers so far has a really special memory attached to it with me. For example, the poppies. I really fell in love with poppies. I was trying to remember if you went on this trip with me or not when we went to Monet's garden. I'm gonna butcher this name, but Giverny.
I don't think I was.
That's the cottage, and all of his paintings with the lilies were all in that. Well, there's a field of. Did you go to France with me?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that was the other. Okay.
Scotland.
Yeah. So there's a beautiful field of poppies, and I remember just being taken aback by that. I've gone there twice now.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. So, and I've tried to grow them at my house, but they're a little bit more finicky.
Really? Do they need shade or sun? I almost bought some yesterday, so I'm curious to hear that.
You know what? You'd probably be able to make them grow. I gave it one shot, and
So I'll grow some and give you my strong root.
Oh my gosh, I love poppies, and I think they come in pink too, all different colors. This one is a chicory, I believe is what it's called. Try to put that on. And this one actually grows along the sides of the roads here in Wisconsin. And
is it classified as a weed? Chicory?
I think it's in the dandelion family actually, so it probably is. And when I was living in Texas, I was pregnant with my eldest daughter, and I came home for a baby shower. You went to it, and it was at the end of August. And I remember living in Texas for a few years, the difference.
She's not from Texas.
No, I'm from Wisconsin. So living there was, I missed Wisconsin summers with the soft grass and a lot of the
grass
green.
Isn't soft in Texas?
Where I was, it was very hard, and there's red ants and everything.
Oh, yes. My brother got covered in them one time.
Yeah, and just the trees. I mean, there's so many beautiful trees around here. And again, I was only in one small part of Texas. And so coming home and having these on the side of the road, having them at my baby shower, my mom had some bouquets. It's just such a sweet memory
you remember driving into Wisconsin?
Oh yeah, everything. I was missing home and pregnant, and
everything was emotional and meant something.
Yeah. So Those are what the chicory reminds me of. And then...
Have you already seen some chicory on the side of the road?
I think it's more of a...
When it starts to get warm and really sunny.
Yeah. Probably summer.
Oh, I will be looking for it. I didn't know that was called a chicory. I can't even remember how it looks in the nature. How small are the actual flowers? Like, are they delicate,
probably
like
about
violets?
The same size as a daffodil. Yeah, they are pretty delicate.
As a daffodil, okay, so they're...
Or not. Did I say daffodil?
Yeah. Are they like a violet?
Dandelion is what I was saying.
Okay.
A dandelion family, so it's about the same size as a dandelion. This is another mini round.
Probably will be a bit difficult to focus on it, I imagine.
I'll take some.
The mini rounds are just all of the Progress Keepers or stitch markers. You're doing stitch markers too, right?
Yep.
That are circular with a design on them. So you've done 3 or 4 different floral ones.
Did the green here.
Yeah, there's a nice color variation.
Doesn't have the clasp on it yet. Sure, you can't see very well. Details on there. Teeny tiny flowers. I made a couple of the blue ones. Molly was saying to list these.
Yeah, I like
in
them.
The shop.
I don't think it needs a lot of contrast. I think there are a lot of people who love the blue flowers in general and would love that. Like, I just planted a bunch of flowers in my garden and they're all shades of pink and red. And I asked Elodie if she liked the way she looked, and she said, I like the way it looks, but I don't really like the colors. I think there should be some blue or purple. So I will get blue and purple flowers.
I'm open to as well.
And yellow. I'm missing yellow.
Yeah,
you love what?
Yeah. The ideas that people have given me, for example, the hummingbird. If anyone has special flowers,
you didn't show the fox and the dragonflies. You should show those too, because those were those special requests.
The fox was, yes, and
you had somebody wanting a
dragonfly.
Yep. Yeah. Katie has given me one of each of these, so I will be. You'll probably be seeing them on Instagram on my projects. Really delicate, pretty. One thing that I wanted to tell you guys that I don't even know if we spoke about, but a lot of people, when they make polymer clay items, Progress Keepers and things like that, especially in art industry of knitting, they use the polymer clay just as that color. But Katie, she's not using the polymer clay as it is. She's literally using, the clay and then painting it.
So, yeah.
So it really takes a lot more time than just putting colors of clay together. It's a piece that she's molded, formed, sculpted, and then is actually painting all of the details on each of the pieces, which I think is really, really special.
I think the only one I was able to do without painting. Here's the daffodil I did not need to paint. That's just all the...
Oh, that's an earring.
One color. This is the earring. I
You
don't
also
have any
you don't.
of the Progress Keepers left, but that is something I could make.
But it is fun to make new things. I can see that you've really been enjoying that, like making one thing, then moving on to a new idea. But that's nice to keep it fresh like that.
And my daughter is, she was with me this weekend. My husband and our youngest son went kayaking, and she was having fun with the clay as well. And I'm pretty amazed at what
did she make?
So there's this little rose that my grandma actually taught me when I was about her age. And so she's been practicing on the roses, and it's actually in this maroon color. She created this maroon color and made a rose out of it. So she was very proud of that, and it looks...
Did you guys bake it?
Yep, I'll probably wear it as a necklace.
Will you glaze it?
Yes, I have not at this point, but I will for sure.
So she made it for you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice. That would be sweet. I want to see it. You should send a little picture.
Yeah.
That would be nice to see. Did you want to share the all of the different butterflies that you have in the shop? Are you sold out of monarchs?
I am.
Are you really? You had a ton.
Yeah. Yep, those are all gone. I need to make some.
How crazy is that we saw a monarch?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a fluke monarch?
It could have been a viceroy, but I'm not.
It looked just like a monarch.
Yeah.
I mean, Elodie saw it and then I saw it and I was like, whoa.
How you can tell is if the flight pattern, viceroys are very fast. monarchs kind of.
Yeah, it was fluttering. It was just kind of
Just
fluttering
flying.
around around the grass. It was kind of like, yeah, because there were like little flowers on the. But yeah, you should show the red admirals. We showed those last week, but I think did we show them last week? No,
No, I don't think we did.
or we
Show
we
the
did
small
because we
one.
talked about them, how we had just seen them and you had not made them.
Oh, I didn't make them yet.
Yeah. So last week we mentioned that we had been seeing the first butterflies.
Yeah, the red admirals are back. I did a little bit of reading too, and it sounds like each year is a little bit different.
With when they come.
When they come, here's the charm I made of them.
Do you know why?
I don't remember what it was saying about that, but just different reasons. Here's a
Mhm.
necklace I made a little bit ago.
Yeah,
It's quite
Katie
a bit
also
larger.
sells necklaces in her shop, and those are also
That's
all
the size.
hand sculpted and painted.
Yep.
And the admirals especially are super fun because that's what we're seeing right now here in Wisconsin. So
We're waiting for our monarchs
yes,
to come home.
but the admirals are so pretty. I think they're my favorite of what we see here as far as how they look.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean the monarchs have a really fun story, and I don't even know about admiral migration. Do you know anything about that?
I did read about it, but going on little sleep right now. I'm trying
Yeah,
to remember
yeah.
what it was. They migrate and they come back.
Where do they migrate to?
Southern, warmer southern.
Are they going to
states.
Mexico, or so they're staying in America?
I don't remember hearing about Mexico, but I'm
Mhm.
guessing some of them probably do.
Yeah.
The monarchs specifically do go
Yeah.
to Mexico and also to Florida. They overwinter there as
Mhm.
well. California, I think, too. So some of you are very lucky to have them year round. All right, so this one is a common sulfur. I have one left of these in the shop.
Did somebody special request it, or
No, I kind of wanted a yellow butterfly.
are you going
This
to?
is one that's common in this area in the summer.
It's beautiful. Are you going to make more of them?
I can always, make more.
Do you have plans though, like to add
anything.
it to the shop, or is it something that you're not wanting to make?
It is in the shop. This one is the one left, but if people are interested,
I love
I'm
the
up to-
butterflies because they really look. I mean, the way that you paint these looks crazy.
Thank you.
Really nice.
It's so fun being able to do all kinds of. This is a silvery blue, I believe. So this one's listed
What kind
in
of a
the
bird is that?
shop.
Distractions. So the dragonflies.
Yes, I had a special request for these. I ended up making a purple, green, and blue. And for the shop right now, I have.
There are so many different mini round
Green.
options, and I love them. Do you have one peony left, or is this gone?
Yep, that one is still available. I don't think that's in the shop at this
Oh,
point.
it's not. Okay.
But I can.
Yeah, the peonies it's so fun. Imagine having a little collection. These are all gonna fall down again. A little collection of all of the pretty, well, this isn't a spring flower, but summer flowers. I mean, we have our peonies are all coming up right now. They haven't bloomed, but we have to get some sort of a trellis or something to help them stand up. But yeah.
Yeah, they're so fun to make. If you guys are enjoying them, I can guarantee you I'm enjoying making them as well.
Do you think you'll make?
Different. I can make more peonies for sure. Yeah. Just the time restraints with little ones at home.
Yeah. Well, and coming up with your own ideas. And you seem to be enjoying making new things. So
the practicing and seeing what will work for a flower takes a little bit of time to make sure it's sturdy. So it's all really fun.
Do you have any new things that you haven't created yet that you already know you're going to make?
I definitely want to make more monarchs and chrysalises. I think that would be so fun. I already have the gold paint.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. That would be really sweet. So these are my robins that I've made. We have so many robins jumping around in the yard right now. This little fuzz. So my my fingers either have clay or dirt in them right now this time of year.
That is the story of my life. Mine always
So
had dye.
I do wash my hands very often. I'm very busy. So
yeah, we've been having a lot of robin, I don't even know if I would say trauma, but not nice things going on with the robins, like with the crows or the blackbirds. The blackbirds, they have been so mean. They've been fighting with the squirrels. We've seen them have crazy, like literally where they're beaking at the squirrels out on the
Are they eating your food?
No, not much. If we see them, we scare them, but I don't see them in the food. Very, very rarely do I see them. Maybe like once a week.
We were having problems with that, and I went down to a local hardware store to get some seed, and I can't remember the name of the seed she gave me. It was it's like a white seed. She said that they don't like that, and so far I haven't had any.
You've been mixing it in with your seed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to, my daughter actually, she's very into insects, actually more than any of her classes, and the other day...
Her classmates?
Yeah, her classmates, and the other day she said, Mom, I need to tell you something in private, and I'm like, oh gosh, what could this be?
Yeah.
And she told me that at school there was some kids that were about to step on an insect, and she went and she, like, saved the insect, and then they built, like, a little hospital, and so...
Who builds a hospital?
Oh, really? Friends.
Oh my gosh.
She's got like this group of friends now that are she's just rubbing off on them as well, like just taking care of the little insects. And she asked me to make, she had been seeing me work on these dragonflies, and so she said she wanted a pin for her club now. It's a bug club. So I made some. I was gonna give some to Elodie and Ruby.
Oh my gosh.
Because they have a dragonfly and then say bug club, and I just remember when we were little having clubs.
Yes. Jurassic Park Club.
Yeah.
Oh, we had lots of Retainer Club. Were you in that?
I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh.
I just
Retainer?
remember you telling me to eat ketchup on like a, one of the dares was eating ketchup or mayo on a spoon. You had to
oh my gosh.
throwing it up or something. Yeah, we had all kinds of...
We've known each other since we were 2, as a side note. But yes. Oh my god, the Bug Club pin. That's so cool. That was her idea.
Yes, it was her idea. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was a proud
How much
mom
would we have loved someone making us something like that? Like that fancy.
I'm a little worried because I made 4 or 5 of them real quick, and I'm imagining people at her school and, kids wanting more. So it might be another business I have.
Where'd you get that?
Club.
Making pins for all of the different kids' clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was nice having you on the episode today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and maybe she'll be back in 2 weeks. Talk to you later.